Like he had years of isolating, but yet the revelations that are there, the things we're hearing, the things we know, and I'm doing some of the same things. So we would be sharing that often. So, like I say, this foundation was spirit to spirit first. And for us, that was an absolute game changer,
Mhm.
right? A lot of relationships you get into the physical first. It's like I'm attracted to this person. So then my soul is going to shine to make sure that there's this connection, and we do that. And then hopefully there's a spiritual connection that transpires. Doesn't that seem like that's kind of the way of a lot of relationships? Not saying it's right or wrong. It's just we are experiencing what we did the other first. And throughout our, times of dating, different things, that's how it is. And then we had this divine thing that came in first, and it has transformed so much for us. So we started talking once we got into Marco Polo, and you can do these short things or long things, man, 20 a day.
Minimum.
Yeah, like
Sometimes there was a whole lot more.
a whole lot more. We would, be driving down the road and I'd be recording, saying something, and, whether it was spiritual or then we start expressing just our soul more of who we are, our interests, our different things, talking about family, the good things, not the good things, whatever that we're walking through. And yeah. So then one day I'm in the gym at my apartment complex. He's Marco Poloed and I'm on the treadmill or something. And all of a sudden he says something about, well, if Abbas decides to take this relationship in a different direction, we'll deal with that as it comes. I stopped in my tracks. I was like, seriously, like, oh, hello, no. That's never going to happen. Like, how I was like deeply almost offended. Like, how dare he even mention that? Because I'm like, I'm not even dating. Like, I am not interested. Okay.
Yeah, so for me, it just felt it was the right time to do that. So I'm in Georgia, don't get really good cell phone service. The broadband or the fiber had gotten cut off through the non-payment. So in order for me to talk to her, I had to walk out my driveway and about 20 yards up the dirt road and to sit in one place, and then I could get enough signal to where I could, listen to her polo and then respond back. And I had never done video chat before. I didn't do FaceTime, didn't do all the things, and it's just like here I am carrying on, conversations. But so when it felt right to say, hey, if Abba leads this relationship in a different direction, we'll just take it day by day or step by step. But I dropped it because that wasn't the thing. The thing was the spirit connection. And if she didn't pick up the ball that I had tossed, then that's fine. I would still continue to love her as my sister because that's what it is. Um, and it's interesting. And then one day she asked me a question. She's like, Brian, don't you have a question you're supposed to ask me? And I had been struggling with this for a couple of days.
Now, granted, let's do this. So that thing, it never got brought up. I never said anything about. I didn't respond to that. I just left it there. Because that's the good thing when it isn't live. He didn't have to see my response. he, did, he didn't have to see me go, no. But we just kind of responded to other parts of the conversation, but not that. Then a few months at least go
Oh
by.
yeah.
So this is like probably at least 3 or 4 months later. That seed was planted in me, but I didn't even know that it needed to be planted. And then go
Can
ahead.
I
Yeah,
can I
Of
just jump
course.
in there? Brian, at that point, for you asking that question, was there something in your heart that felt like it needs to move in a direction, or was it just something that kind of blurred out?
She had revealed her soul to me, Marie, and it was a beautiful soul. And I was like, all right, Abba, I mean, this is an amazing woman. And so, this is, so all I did was just open the door with no expectation, obviously a hope, but yeah, it just, her soul was what, so it started spirit, and obviously she has a beautiful spirit. But as she revealed her soul, I was like, this is different. This is a whole nother other. And yeah, it was just needed to at least vocalize what I was feeling, and if nothing happened, then that's okay. There was no expectation.